your God power. Get everything you ever wanted and live the life of your dreams. The Master's Course. Copyright 2010 by Richard Lee McKim Jr. All rights reserved. Let the quest for knowing begin. A couple of other points to remember on this. First, sometimes in the middle of something, your emotional feeling about it will change. If that happens, get it back on track before proceeding. Second, no matter how much negotiating you do, you can't come to a mutual agreement with your emotions. If that is the case, do not proceed. Otherwise, you will reap unwanted consequences. Third, sometimes you have already taken some action that you didn't feel good about, and now it can't be changed. The action, that is. If that has happened, what should you do? Since it is of vital importance for all your decisions, actions, and thoughts to be aligned or in agreement with your emotions, then it is very important for you to correct the situation. You come to an agreement after the fact. That means that even though it is over and you can't change it now, you still can negotiate with your emotional guidance system to agree that it was good, or at least that it was okay that you did it or that it happened. You use the same negotiating procedure as above, except that you do it in the past tense, because it has already happened. For our example, let's say that you wanted to stop at the store on your way to work, but you forgot. Your emotional guidance system is making you feel bad because you didn't do something that you were supposed to do. If you were to leave it in this condition, you would have that guilt in the back of your mind, and it would be affecting your work, even if you didn't consciously realize it. So once again, you begin your negotiations. You think to yourself, say to your emotions, I might have forgotten to go to the store, but I will have time to go after work, and besides, if I go after work, I can also get some of the cold things that I need to get, and I'll have more time to browse the store for other things that I might need. Your emotional guidance system considers your proposal, and especially considers these points. Number one, was it that important that you went to the store before work? No, apparently not. Number two, will you still get the things that you need to get before you get home? Yes, it seems you will. Number three, it actually seems better that you go after work anyway because you will get more accomplished. The verdict is yes, this is good. You begin to feel good about your plan. You may now release the guilt and proceed with your plan. Okay, let's look at the illustration. Go to the store later, now in agreement with your emotions, feeling good about it. Physical meaning, going to store after work. Thought meaning, feel good about it. Got a higher vibration, frequency level. Higher vibration, frequency level created and transmitted. Physical result and meaning, resonance is activated where all possible conditions and consequences are elicited from your experience. Here it says in green, positive vibrational frequencies are eliciting beneficial results. Now once again, we got the guy with the green tuning fork. He's vibrating. And what's happening is he's eliciting good responses because he feels good about his situation. Now, the store example was a tiny little thing. There's much more major type past things that you reconcile with, but this is just an example of how it works. Even though it is tiny, whether you went to the store before work or after work, just know this. When you say you're going to do something and you don't, right there you kind of feel bad about your own power. You don't follow through on what you say. And so these kinds of things do weigh on your being and weigh on how you feel about yourself. So when you reconcile them, when you say, hey, you know what? It's even better that I go after work. Then not only do you not feel bad about not doing what you said you were going to do, but you think to yourself, you know what? Things are always working out because if I had stopped, then I would have to stop again anyway to go home to pick up the cold things that I need. So actually it worked out better that I didn't stop on the way to work. See how cool that is? Not only do you confirm that you made the right decision by not going, but you don't feel bad that you didn't follow through with your plan, because it turned out it was the right thing. And it also confirms that things are always working out for you. You thought you messed up, but then it turned out that you did the right thing and it worked out after all. But you see, you could only get to that place if you did the negotiations. Because until you decided that, until you had that little conversation, you would be thinking, I didn't get to the store. I didn't stop at the store. And that's where it would stay. It would stay a negative vibration. It would stay a negative frequency. So you see, you take the time, negotiate with your feelings, say, hey, you know what? I might have missed it, but you know what? I'm going to stop on the way home. And frankly, that's a better plan because of this, and this reason. And all of a sudden, now you feel good about it. And now you don't feel bad about not doing what you said you were going to do because it turns out it's a good thing you didn't do it. It's a fantastic thing. Negotiate with your feelings. Align with your thoughts. Align with what you do. And you can align in the past tense. It doesn't matter if it's already over. You can't go to the store before work now. You're already at work. You can't change the situation, but since the situation is always neutral, not going to the store is the situation, and it's not bad, it's not good. It's just the situation. It's neutral. But at first, it had a bad meaning. I didn't do what I said I was going to do. I'm not following through with my own plans. See? But then you gave it a different meaning. Hey, it's a good thing I didn't go. I must have been operating in a higher consciousness. I must have been operating in a higher frequency that I inadvertently did exactly the right thing. I must be automatically operating at a very high, powerful, positive level because even when I think I missed something, it actually was the right thing to do. Man, I'm doing good. That's where you're at now. Not going to the store before work was neutral. In one moment, it was bad. The next moment, it was great. It was a perfect decision. You see, meaning creates the result from the situation. But you have to give it the meaning. You have to take the time to do it. You have to take the time to say, hey, that was a good thing that I didn't go. That was a good thing that I didn't stop. And see how interesting it is that you can do this procedure after the thing is over? This could work in something that was 30 years ago. Wow, I should have taken that job. But you know what? Then I wouldn't have had this, and then I wouldn't have had that, and I wouldn't have met this person. Hey, you know what? It's a good thing I didn't take it. You just aligned with a decision you had made 30 years ago. Just like that. You cleaned it up. It's just that easy. It's a fantastic thing. My God, it's wonderful. So here it says the green tuning fork vibrations are good meanings and they resonate and elicit all the things that will match them. It's a fantastic system. Of course, these are very small decisions and examples which wouldn't have a really serious consequence if you did not align or feel good about them. However, even when they're small, they still add up in your experience. This same technique can be used for major current decisions as well as past actions. These might include who you married, the job you took, where you decided to live, or anything else that you didn't feel good about before or don't feel good about now. Now is the time to fix these past ones and get into agreement with your emotions to feel good about the current ones. One last point on negotiations with your emotions. They love logical reasoning. Sometimes the best retroactive justification might be, it was based on what I knew at the time. If I had known then what I know now, I wouldn't have done it. However, if I had it to do over again, and I had the same exact information to go on, I would do it the same way again. That lets you off the hook for your decision, rightfully so. That is the point of all of this, is to get off the hook and discharge any and all guilt. Guilt and regret will eat at your life experience and elicit untold harm into your reality. It is like termites. They are wreaking havoc to your house and you don't even know it until it falls down. The same is true of regret and guilt. It haunts you until one day it dominates you in your life. Get rid of it.
To continue, go to How to Use Your God Power, chapter number 11, segment number 5. Let your quest for knowing continue.